And here we
Ciao
go.
Fabri.
Ciao, ciao, ciao. How are
Ciao.
you? Hope it's all good.
All...
Many things to say.
Yes. Many things happening, yes.
Yeah, many things always happening. We are at the beginning of March, but as you can see, guys, we're always live here on the channel. We're always delivering you all the latest. And remember, again, to subscribe, to comment, to send in your comments also in the chat. I see already someone asking about, I don't know where this story is coming from, but about Cristiano Ronaldo and Chelsea, because many people ask me in the recent days. I think there was maybe some link in England, but that's a complete fake news. Obviously, nothing at all between Cristiano Ronaldo and Chelsea. I don't think we needed to clarify, but still to show you that we are here live and answering your questions here as we do every single day. Just quickly before we jump into the questions, Rem Kovalien asking about Rodri news. Guys, in the next days, because City are playing today, in the next days I will clarify more on Rodri. Remember what I told you already here in the channel about Real Madrid possibility, but also about Manchester City, because Rodri is still under contract till 2027. So in the next days I will tell you more on Rodri, on Bernardo, and all the rest. I wanted to open this stream today by talking about one of the most important news of the last hours, which is about Antoine Griezmann, because Atletico Madrid have officially communicated today to Orlando City that Antoine Griezmann stays at the club until the end of the season. So he's not going to Orlando City immediately. Remember that the original proposal from the MLS side was for Antoine Griezmann to join immediately. The transfer window is still open in MLS for the next few days. So Orlando City made a proposal to Griezmann and to Atletico Madrid to join the club immediately, and so it meant probably to leave Atletico Madrid in the middle of the season, in a crucial moment of the season. Atletico have been fighting to keep Griezmann because they have the Copa del Rey final against Real Sociedad in Sevilla. They have the Champions League, of course, still ongoing. In La Liga is now already clear what's going to be their final position, but still 2 trophies to compete for, and so Antoine Griezmann is staying. Now Orlando City have already started conversations with Atletico Madrid to sign Antoine Griezmann in the summer. So the focus is switching from an immediate transfer to a summer transfer. For Antoine Griezmann, he's still under contract at Atletico Madrid for 1 more season, and Orlando City are negotiating with Atletico to sign the player on a free. So it would be something like, okay, we don't attack Griezmann for now, but let him come to the club in the summer for free. This is the conversation underway right now, and so I think Griezmann to MLS can still happen, but in the summer, not now.
So Fabri, looking at the chat, we are seeing a lot of names like Diomande, Senesi, players that I'm sure we will talk more in the coming weeks, coming days. But when it's March, when it's April, is also the key moment to talk about not only players, but also managers, directors. So I think also you have some news to share about directors.
Yeah, and it's something about former Arsenal director, the Brazilian director, Edu Gaspar, who is leaving Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest and Edu Gaspar are set to part ways in the next days. The decision has been made. It's been a difficult relationship between the ownership and Edu in the recent months since he joined the club last summer. Remember, it was a huge move after he spent 5 years at Arsenal. I think Edu has been a big part of this Arsenal reshape. Now we see a fantastic team competing basically to win all titles, also thanks to the huge job made by Edu Gaspar in the last 5 years. Then he moved to Nottingham Forest, but this relationship is not working, and so Edu and Forest will part ways very soon. The relationship is completely broken.
Moving to players now, a name that I already mentioned before, Senesi is someone to watch, I think, in the coming weeks. So what's the situation about him?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting situation because, first of all, 100% Senesi leaves Bournemouth on a free transfer in the summer. So that's already decided. It's over between Senesi and Bournemouth, and he's already assessing other opportunities. Bournemouth, for example, are already looking at the market for opportunities to replace him. For example, the director at Bournemouth, Tiago Pinto, knows the Italian market so well, and one of the players they've been following is Thiago Gabriel at Lecce, also Muaremovic at Sassuolo. So Bournemouth are already preparing for a new centre-back to join the club. But Senesi leaving. And on Senesi, there is interest from Italy because he's in the list of Juventus. But at the moment, the best potential financial proposals are coming from the Premier League because Tottenham made some approaches. Aston Villa also made some approaches. So there are several clubs interested in England and Juventus in Italy. On Barcelona, what's the situation? Many questions on Barcelona and Senesi. At the moment, Barcelona are taking Senesi into consideration as a low-cost option. Remember, free agent, so it would be an opportunity, but it's not a priority target. So it's not that high on Barcelona list. It's an option being considered, but only if they can't get their top targets.
So, Fabri, I think looking at the chat, there is one club dominating, I have to tell you. So, just to let you know, Barcelona is everywhere here. So, talking about Barcelona, who is the dream target for the summer?
Yeah, one of the dream targets for sure, and the players really appreciate it in terms of defenders. Today I want to focus on defenders, is Alejandro Bastoni. Remains Alejandro Bastoni. They love Alejandro Bastoni at Barcelona. But I keep repeating, for Inter, he's an absolutely crucial player. He's not a normal player. He's one of the best players they have. He's Italian. So the link is genuine because Barcelona like Alejandro Bastoni, but it's a complicated deal. And it will also depend on how much Barcelona will invest on different positions. Don't forget that Barcelona will probably invest the 30 million euros to sign Marcus Rashford on a permanent transfer. Don't forget that Barcelona are looking for a center striker, number 9. So probably depends on budget, if they can really afford Alessandro Bastoni or not. This is why there are several options in the list, several players being followed. I see many questions on Luka Vuskovic. On Vuskovic, guys, I will tell you more from next week. At this stage, I can tell you that it's not only Barcelona. Giant clubs around Europe, and remember, he's owned by Tottenham, so he's a Tottenham player. But all the top clubs in Europe are basically interested in Luka Vuskovic. So I think it's going to be a long race. But for sure, there are several clubs following the player. He's now doing fantastic at Hamburg, and then he's going back to Tottenham in the summer.
Talking about Barcelona, are there also other players in the list that are maybe less expensive? And we know that you mentioned Bastoni is a top target, but also will be an important deal to make.
Yeah, they're following several defenders. Again, for example, Senesi would be a very low-cost option on a free, but again, is not a top target in terms of skills of the player. One of the players Barcelona have been following and have been scouting in the recent weeks is also Ndicka, a name emerged on Sport in the last 24 hours in Spain. It's true that Barcelona are following Ndicka. He's doing very well at Roma. He's a completely different profile compared to Alessandro Bastoni. Bastoni is more about quality, build up from the back, delivering assist and more, so he's a quality defender. Even Ndicka obviously has quality, but his main skills are about the physicality, the ability to defend. He's super fast, so he's a different profile. Barcelona are still assessing options internally, still nothing is decided, it's very early, it's March, but Evan Ndicka is one of the players they're following. Obviously, financially, I think Ndicka would cost way less than Alessandro Bastoni, but still an important player for Roma. He's doing fantastic for them. Remember, they signed him on a free from Eintracht a few years ago, and they believe Ndicka is a crucial part of the project. So less expensive, yes, but also not an easy deal for Barcelona. So following several options, but it's true that Barcelona have been scouting Evan Ndicka, who is doing fantastic under Gasperini at Roma this season.
Talking about scouting, what can you say today, so in March, about Manchester United and Balde?
We received many questions today. I think there was some link about Manchester United and Balde now. At the moment, what I can say is that Barcelona absolutely count on Balde. Barcelona see Balde as a crucial part of their project. They believe internally at Barca that Balde has still huge potential. So it's not the final product yet. He's still very young, and Barcelona believe he can still learn a lot, develop a lot. So at this stage, I don't think Barcelona have any intention to let Balde go to Manchester United. Also, United have Patrick Dorgu in that position and already invested on Patrick Dorgu. So let's see what Man United will decide to do on several positions. I already told you they want to go for a left winger. They will go for midfielders. Let's see what happens at centre back position. So it's going to be a busy summer for United. But at the moment, United have not started any sort of negotiation for Alejandro Balde.
Okay, Fabri, so I think this is it for today. We'll be back here in the channel, as always, very soon. And I don't know if you want to conclude with something. Otherwise, I see you next time.
Yeah, I was checking the chat. As always, guys, the next days we will be live again. Here, always delivering you live videos and all the rest. So keep sending questions. I see many things about Real Madrid defenders, but at the moment it's still early for Real Madrid defenders. Ruthless Prince asking about that. I can tell you that David Alaba is leaving in the summer. I can confirm that. And with Tony Rudiger out of contract is 50-50 situation. So also with Rudiger could be interesting. In terms of incomings, we will have plenty of time to tell you more on defenders and also the situation of Rodri and more. So also on Liverpool. So don't worry, in the next days we will say more also on Elliot Anderson. So stay tuned and we will clarify more. Thank you guys. See you soon.